Hello there, fourth grade class. It's really nice that you are finally here. I hope you had an amazing weekend and you had a nice time staying at home and doing all of your activities that you do every weekend. And I hope that you are ready to start with today's class because, as you might know, today we're gonna do one more review about Unit 8, Unit 7. And this time I want to review again about the adjectives, comparative and superlative adjectives, because I think this is really important. This is the main topic, the grammar topic that we're gonna have in the exam, and we need to be ready for it. You're doing an excellent job, yes you are, but sometimes you find some difficulties and you get confused, and it's totally fine and you're doing it really great, but we just need to review about this so we don't have any doubts. So I've been showing you this chart about the comparative and superlative ones. So there are some rules that you can use and follow to think and know and remember when are you going to use a comparative or when you are going to turn it into a superlative. Also, it's important for us to know if we are going to double the consonant, if we are going to add more, most, or er or est, and this is sometimes difficult because you need to pay attention to all of that, okay? But it's pretty nice if you practice it. It's gonna be really fine. Remember that the main thing is you need to add er at the end of the adjective if it's a comparative, or you need to add est if it's a superlative. When we have it that it ends with e, you just need to add the r or st, okay? What happens if we have a verb, an adjective that is just one syllable and it ends with a consonant and a vowel, okay? Consonant G, vowel I. So we need to double that last consonant, bigger with double G, harder with double T, and it's the same for the superlative, the biggest, the hardest. If our adjective ends with Y, we need to put away that Y and change it into I-E-R. Happier, okay? Remember, we don't have this Y in here, we change it into I-E-R. Happier or happiest, okay? So remember that if the adjective is really long, you need to add more famous if it's comparative, or the most famous if it's a superlative. Remember, it's always important to write the in superlatives. The fattest, the youngest, the nicest, the strangest, the biggest, the hardest, the happiest, the craziest, okay? Every time, if it's a superlative, you need to add the happiest, the most famous, the most beautiful, the best, the worst, etc. Okay? And remember the common exceptions, like irregular adjectives. Better, the best. Worse, the worst, okay? So that's pretty important for us to know. Now, let's check some examples. She is 2 years older than me. Okay, I'm comparing myself with another girl or someone, a woman, that she is 2 years older. So for that reason, I'm using a comparative because I'm comparing myself with another person, okay? We're just comparing two subjects. So that's a comparative. And it's a regular one, it's okay, you just need to add er. Okay, New York is bigger than Boston. One more time, we have a comparative because we're comparing New York with Boston, okay? And the thing that changes in here is that big is an adjective that ends with consonant and vowel. Recuerda que tenemos que checar eso de atrás para adelante. Consonant and vowel. So, if it ends with a consonant and a vowel, you need to double the G and add er, okay? Bigger. Okay, one more example. That's the best film I have seen in this year. Okay, so we know that maybe you or me, we have seen a lot of films, a lot of movies in this year. So it means that I'm comparing just one movie with the rest of the movies that I've seen in this year. So it means that in this case, we're using a superlative. And the adjective will be good, but in superlative it is going to be the best, ¿ok? Lo tenemos aquí en la tabla. Estábamos usando good, pero nos lo piden en superlative, entonces es the best. Okay, one more example. I have 3 sisters. Jan is the oldest and Angela is the youngest, okay? So, we're talking about 3 sisters. I have 3 sisters, but with me, we are 4 sisters. Contándome a mí, seríamos 4 hermanas. Es un ejemplo, no tengo tantas hermanas. I have 3 sisters. Jan is the oldest and Angela is the youngest. In this case, I'm using superlatives because I'm comparing me and my sisters with a big group. We are a lot of sisters. En este caso somos varias hermanas, ¿no? Entonces no solo estoy comparando una con la otra, sino que estoy comparando pues en general a las 4, ¿ok? So I think that we are ready to go to our review so we can get ready for tomorrow's exam. So, as you might know, these activities you need to answer aloud, say the answer in your mind, but you need to practice this, okay? So let's check the examples or the exercises. This first one, we're gonna take it as an example. There are 10 houses in our street. Our house is the blank one. Number 1, bigger. Number 2, biggest. Is it number 1 or number 2? The correct answer is the biggest one. Number 2, there are 10 houses in our street. Our house is the biggest one because you know we have 10 houses around the street, so it means that it is a superlative because I'm comparing my house with the rest of the houses in the street. Let's go to the next one. This is blank song I have ever heard. Maybe I have heard a lot of songs in my life. So is it a superlative, comparative? Number 1, better. Number 2, the best. Which one is the correct answer? If your answer was, this is the best song I have ever heard. Number 2, that's correct. Well done. Yes, because we're using a superlative and these kind of superlatives are irregular because it's good, the best, better, etc. Well done. Next one. Tom is blank than I am. Number 1, stronger. Number 2, the strongest. Is it 1 or 2? Tom and me. I'm comparing 2 subjects. What do you say about it? Okay, so let's check the correct answer. The correct answer is Tom is stronger than I am. Number 1, excellent job. If you're answering really well, you're doing it really, really nice. Let's go to the next one. Out of all students in our class, I am blank, short, 1. Number 2, the shortest. Remember, maybe in our class there are a lot of students. Maybe I think we are 14 or 13. We are a lot. So, is it short, number 1, or number 2, shortest? The correct answer is, out of all students in our class, I am number 2, the shortest. Well done, excellent job. You're doing it really nice. Okay, so let's go to the next one. This isn't blank book I have ever read. Number 1, more interesting. Number 2, the most interesting. Number 1, number 2, what do you think about it? If it's a superlative, comparative, what is it? Are we comparing 2 subjects? Are we comparing one with a group? What do you say? If your answer was, this isn't blank book I have ever read. Number 2, the most interesting, excellent job. This isn't the most interesting book I have ever read. That's correct. Really nice. Okay, kids, so that's it for today. I hope you had a really nice time and I hope you don't have more doubts about it. Remember that tomorrow we're gonna be taking the English exam. So please, if you have more questions about these topics, you can tell me, and of course I can help you. I'll be sending you the link by the platform Edmodo to answer the exam. And good luck tomorrow. Have a nice and beautiful day. I'll see you tomorrow right here. Remember, even though that tomorrow we're gonna have the exam, we are gonna have a new video. We're going to be studying Unit 9. So please don't miss it. I'll see you tomorrow right here. As always, have a nice day. Bye!